There comes a time when words are no longer enough, a time when reflection must give way to action, a time when you stop discussing the kind of person you want to become and simply become it. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." 8 words, one life-changing challenge. In this video, we explore what this quote really means and how to live it. No fluff, no theory, just raw Stoic truth. Character is built in action, not in opinion. 1. The trap of overthinking morality. Too many people today are obsessed with talking about virtue but never living it. They debate online about what's right, they argue in comment sections about ethics, they posture about who's truly good, all while avoiding the hard work of actually being good. Marcus Aurelius, a man who ruled the greatest empire of his time, didn't have time for empty debate. He believed philosophy should be lived, not just studied. Stoicism teaches us you don't need a perfect definition of courage to act with courage. You don't need to understand every nuance of justice to choose what's fair. You don't need to argue about goodness. You need to embody it. Every second you waste in theoretical arguments is a second you could have spent living your values. 2. Virtue is a verb, not a vibe. What is a good man? What is a good woman? Is it someone who talks about values or is it someone who acts with integrity even when no one's watching? The Stoics were clear, virtue is not something you admire, it's something you do. It's not a discussion, it's a decision, over and over. Courage is getting out of bed when you're depressed. Discipline is saying no to temptations when no one will ever know. Justice is speaking up when it's uncomfortable. You don't become a good person by thinking about it. You become one by making the hard right choices, especially when they're inconvenient. 3. Cut the noise, build the habit. Modern life is full of noise. Everyone has an opinion, everyone's a critic, but few are builders, few are doers. You want to be stoic? Start by cutting the noise. Stop consuming endless self-help without acting on it. Stop arguing over what's authentic and just be authentic. Stop chasing perfection and start practicing effort. You don't need the perfect morning routine. You need to stick to the one you've got. You don't need to read 100 Stoic books. You need to apply one principle consistently. In Stoicism, habit beats hype. Show up. Do the work. Become the person you keep talking about. 4. The clock is ticking, act now. Marcus Aurelius knew his time was limited. He faced war, betrayal, illness, yet he still wrote reminders to himself like this one: you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. This is not morbid, it's urgent. You don't have forever to figure it out. You have now, and only now, to become the person your soul respects. So stop waiting. Stop preparing forever. Stop postponing your highest self. You already know what to do. Be disciplined. Be honest. Be helpful. Be brave. Don't explain it. Don't justify it. Be it. 5. The world doesn't need more debates. It needs more examples. Look around you. There's no shortage of talking heads, but there's a deep hunger for people who lead by example. Imagine if every time you felt the urge to comment online, you instead called a friend who's struggling, helped a stranger without posting it, took action on a hard goal, practiced self-control in silence. That's Stoicism. That's real strength. That's what makes the world better, not just noisier. When you embody virtue, you become a silent teacher. You don't need to argue what goodness is, because people feel it in your presence. 6. Character is your legacy. When your life ends, and it will end, people won't remember your opinions. They'll remember how you lived. Did you keep your word? Did you show up when it mattered? Did you act with courage even when it was hard? Did you protect your peace, your values, your truth? Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, but he is remembered most for the quiet pages of Meditations, where he reminded himself to act nobly even when no one was watching. Why? Because your actions outlive your analysis. Your integrity leaves a legacy. 7. A Stoic call to arms. Start where you are. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. But you do need to start right now. Start showing up with courage. Start speaking with honesty. Start living with discipline. Be someone your younger self would look up to. Be someone your future self will thank. Be someone who makes Marcus Aurelius proud, not because you quoted him, but because you lived his words. So waste no more time debating what honor looks like, be honorable. Waste no more time arguing about virtue, live virtuously. Let others debate endlessly. You let your life be the answer. Be the one who didn't just talk. Be the one who acted, chose, and stood firm. You have the power. Now use it. Thank you for watching. If this video reminded you of your strength, your values, and your mission,